happening, YouTube? It's your girl Jazz back at it with another video. Yeah, I've been missing. I've been missing for like it hasn't even been a year. It's been since August. But like, yeah, so much has happened. I want to give y'all an updated video on like questions to ask about nursing school. So I've been getting a lot of DMs. A lot of people have made it into nursing school. Congratulations. Yeah, I'm about to do y'all a big one. The biggest one. But yeah, just to update y'all a little bit before we get into this. I'm about to graduate. Today is currently May 9th. I don't know when I'm post this, but it's May 9th, and I graduate on May 13th with my BSN. Yeah, I've been here since the beginning. If you've been watching my videos from the beginning, since I've been at Alcorn my freshman year, sophomore year, coming to nursing school, like, y'all a real one. If you've been watching my videos, I miss with you, because it's been a steady progression, because it's kind of hard. But yes, I'm about to graduate, got me a job at home. So yeah, this video is gonna dive deeper into like my second year experience, a little bit on the first year to touch on it. But if you want to know more about like the applications, what you need to get in, like different stuff like that, that's gonna be in the first video, the one me and my friend did. But this one's gonna be more deeper into like studying, senior year expectations and everything. So yeah, with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe so I can I'll make more videos once I graduate, hopefully. But yeah, I'll make more videos, but make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, let's get into the video. For the first part of our video, y'all, we're gonna go into some Q&A questions that some people ask me on Instagram. So I'm gonna answer all of them before we get deep into the video, just to get them out the way. So if you watch it, you can watch it now. You can watch the whole thing, you know. But I'm gonna get my Q&A people out the way because they ask some good questions I need to get into. So the first question I have is recommendations for off-campus living. So the only place I know somebody has stayed in, I haven't ever seen the inside of it, is the Mark Apartments. I don't know nothing else about Natchez. I remember one time, like beginning of this semester, this lady was coming around trying to sell a house for students. So like, I guess it's just up to you finding it, I guess. But I have heard that the Mark is a nice place. It's just a little bit expensive, but it's a nice place to stay. But yeah, that's all I know about the recommendations of all off-campus living, because I stayed in the dorm my 2 years, so I don't know nothing about that. All right, y'all, don't mind if my tapestry fall, it just fall, y'all. I'm not gonna even mess with it. My other next question dealing with living on campus is, do you recommend staying on campus? So my opinion about that, y'all, it's just how you feel, honestly. Like, it's about to fall. Staying on campus is very boring, but the only big perk about it is that you're right here by your class. So you don't gotta wake up, you don't gotta drive for you, literally right next door to your class. So that's the only thing I would say. And I feel like if you're in the BSN program, I would recommend staying here. Even though it does get boring, I would recommend staying here compared to somebody like that's in ASN. They have less class throughout the week, so they're able to like still like be able to do stuff. But yeah, I would recommend staying on campus in my opinion. But I am out of state student. My house is 8 hours away. I do say 2 hours and stuff away. It's on you. But yeah, that's all I got on that one. But I recommend staying in the dorms. Okay, my next question is, what's a typical day for BSN students? First and second year. Okay. Okay, disclaimer, most of this stuff that I answer is mainly focused on BSN. I'm not for sure what ASN does. Like, I don't understand like their schedule and stuff. So if you have any questions with that, find you an Alcorn nursing student that was an ASN program. Just ask them, did them. They really nice. They really nice. So just do that and you'll be cool. But the typical day for a BSN student first year, it was crazy. As y'all can see on my last video, I explained all our classes we took. I think we took like 4, let me think, patho, farm, health assessments, and then we took lab for fundamentals, lab for health assessment. I think we took 5 classes in one semester, and we have class every single day. And that stuff was, that was very rigorous. That was like showing who will make or break nursing school. We lost a lot of people. We lost 10 people that semester from that first semester. So yeah, that first semester and first year, really that first semester is like the make or break. Like after that, it's kind of a breeze, but it's not a breeze. Nursing school is never just a breeze. You know, like I be thinking it's just a breeze. It's not. It's up hard. So basically your second semester, first year, you take psych, I'm having a brain fart. You take psych, you take med surg 1, you take community, and you take psych clinicals, community clinicals, and that's mostly your first year as a BSN, so you should have a class every single day. It's no breaks, all gas, no breaks. No breaks at all. So just be prepared for that first year. Just prioritize nursing school. You can have fun, but prioritize nursing if you're going to Alcorn, because that's how I know. Second year though, I'm gonna dive deeper into that later on in the video. I'm gonna talk more about that. So I'm gonna leave that one. So my next question is, when do you start clinicals? How long do they last? With Alcorn, you never know. No year is ever the same. Like, our year was different from 18 was different from 17. Like, I can't even tell you when do you start. We usually start, like, I feel like after Halloween. I feel like it's like in October. I don't know, but their teachers will let you know. It depends on how far y'all get along in lab. It depends on, like, if you have class, if classes will get canceled. Like, all that stuff plays a factor. So nothing really here is ever like a guaranteed start or end date. But I think first semester, clinical started probably like in October, ended like before you went on winter break, I guess. And we kick-started back up, I guess, in the spring. Yeah, it's just a blur. Yeah, it's a blur. But in the spring for clinicals, you do psych clinicals and you do community clinicals. So you're going to do different types of clinicals and you get med surg clinicals. Oh, I forgot all about that. Yeah, you got all those clinicals in one semester. So, yeah, the starting ending dates, iffy. You have to get that from your teacher. But, yeah, that's the only thing I can say about that. It just plays a role in how your classes are going, how far along y'all are in lab. And my another question about clinicals is, how are nurses at clinicals? As you know, at Alcorn, you will be going to Mary Health Natchez. I wouldn't say I ever came across like a mean nurse or anything. They're usually there to help. They're very helpful. But I just know our teacher said if we did come across a nurse, like, I'm kind of answering the question, but I'm not, because some of them are good, some of them are bad. But the ones that are bad, you should notify your teacher. Never address the nurse. This is them. This is Mary Health or whatever facility you have is letting you in to work with their staff. So if you have a problem with a nurse isn't treating you right, go tell your instructor. Don't tell that nurse. If you tell that nurse, you out the door, because they're going to take the nurse's side before yours, because this is their building and you didn't address it with your instructor, so your instructor would not know, you know? So, yeah, that's how I would describe the nurses, I guess. We can say that. Just, there's good ones, there's bad ones, there's the ones that wants to teach, there's ones that don't. Like, it's just up to it. But the ones that we had at clinicals were very nice. They taught us. They taught us, yeah. The next question was, what was your hardest class? Okay. My hardest class was, y'all would never believe this. It's crazy. Fundamentals. That was my hardest class. It's the only class I got a C in nursing school. I'm very transparent. Yeah, fundamentals, I had a C. That's my only C. But it's crazy. I had a C in fundamentals with an A in patho. And patho is way harder than fundamentals. I think it was like the logical part, thinking, yeah, fundamentals, they can ask you one question, you got 4 right answers, and you be like, oh my gosh. It's critical thinking, basically. My critical thinking skills first semester was terrible, but my like knowledge, perfect. I passed patho with an A. I passed patho with like a 94. But fundamentals, no, that was my hardest class. And the second thing I would say the hardest class it was to me as well was OB and Peds. It wasn't hard in the aspect of the information was hard, but it was the aspect of them and like how we had different teachers. So that semester we have ASN instructors teaching us. So like their class structure was kind of hard and different to adapt to. And like being able to get all the information, like it was so much information out. We do 6-week Peds, 6 weeks OB. Like I'm gonna explain it too later on, but just know those 2 are my hardest classes. Okay, so these next couple questions are like mostly about like studying and stuff like that. But the next question is essentials to, I guess it's saying essentials to do before starting. So before starting nursing school, I feel like you should live life. I feel like you should just enjoy like being free, because for the next 2 years, you're not finna be free. You're not. So I feel like just live your life honestly. If you want to touch up on some stuff, I would say touch up on like human anatomy, like know about your different structures, know about that heart. I don't know nothing about the heart. I still don't. but I do. It's getting better. But like, go over your A&P, your basic A&P, because when you get in class, they're gonna expect you to know your A&P, and if you don't know it, it's not really retaught. You're gonna have to do that on your own. Yeah, you have to do that on your own. So yeah, that's my essentials. Is like, live your life, study up on a little human A&P, because once you get into nurse school, you're gonna be rocking all year. So that's what I say. My favorite study aids. My favorite study aids. A lot of people use Nurse RN or whatever that lady name is. I watched it a couple times. I really did it. But like, I know a lot of people use that. I use flashcards. My first semester, I used a lot of flashcards. I made like, especially for patho, I made the disease. Everybody know about my flashcards. Everybody looked at my flashcards. So my flashcard had like the disease on the front, and like I put like what it was, like patho, like, let's say sickle cell. Sickle cell is a misshape of a red blood cell. That's basically what I put. Probably better, more description in it. And on the back side, I put like the signs and symptoms. I put like the treatment measures. I put like nursing interventions, and I put like, I think that's what I put. I probably put some more. But like, my cards are like, that was my passing, like my passing thing I use for patho. When it gets more like physical like that, like for diseases, I make flashcards. So I recommend doing flashcards. You can make Quizlets and stuff, but like, I like physical. I don't like Quizlets. I hate electronic stuff, honestly. But I can read a book on it. It's just weird. It's weird. But yeah, that's the stuff I would say that helps with like studying. I will also say, you can study with a group of people. It's three of us all together. But my two girls, we was studying, like the way how we used to do it. We used to learn the material first, of course. Never go into a study session not knowing anything. If you go to a study session not knowing anything, you're gonna aggravate the people that actually do know something, because just feel like, oh, I'm about to teach you everything. What's the point of me being here? Like, I'm not your teacher. Not in a mean way, but it's just like, we're here to learn together, not me teach you. So like, if you do a study session, make sure you go into that session knowing your information, and y'all can quiz each other, y'all can read over. It should be more of a review than a learning aspect, you know. So yeah. The next question is, how do you ensure you have time to be yourself / have fun? I was like, so first semester, I made sure I had a lot of fun, y'all. I went out on the weekends. I did a lot more. Like, that's probably like my craziest semester, like going out. But in order for me to have did that, I used to make sure my tests were done on time. Not my tests. I make sure I studied for my test on time. Make sure I was ahead on my assignments. I made sure like every little thing was good, or like if I had enough time to do when I get done doing my stuff, like I have time to do it. But I always made sure I did my work before I went out. That's the only thing I ever did. That's why I was always out. Always out. And like, it was fun too, but like, just make sure you have your work done. Make sure you prioritize your work. If you know you got a big test coming up, you can't do nothing for yourself that day or the day before. You can't. You can if you want to, but if you want to fail, I wouldn't do it. So yeah, just make sure you stay on top of your book work. Get you a planner. Write out all your stuff that's due. Like, once you get your syllabus, write all that stuff out, so then you can plan whatever you want to do in between that. And like, that's what I feel like you should do. That'd be the best thing to do. The next question was, what was your toughest subject? That's kind of was like, what was your toughest class? So yeah, that was, like I said, fundamentals. And then the other question was, how are the dorms on the Natchez campus? If you want to see that, go to it. I'm gonna insert it in right here. Hopefully I'm doing this thing right. Press that on YouTube, and you will see the dorms. Like, I did a whole tour of everything. My dorm I'm in, right? Not this exact dorm, but it's the same dorm basically, and all the amenities and stuff like that. Just watch those. You can watch my junior and senior if you want to, honestly. But yeah, watch those, and that's how you get more information on that. So yeah, that was it with the Q&A. I love the questions. So now let's get into the nitty gritty with me explaining a little bit more of these questions, and I'm adding on to it. Yeah. Let's get into this next part. Okay, yeah. So about to get into the nitty gritty. So I'm gonna kind of recap on the last video a little bit, just to put some information in here. So I already went over the application. I'm not gonna talk about the application again. Books changes every year. I'm not gonna talk about that. Scrubs. I got a whole video on that. Press that. Yeah, just go to my page. I got everything you need. But yeah, but like I was saying, when I was talking about like what to do before you start school, I was saying like prepare mentally before starting. So like I said, look over your human A&P. Understand, like, if you took prerequisites, y'all know what I'm trying to say. I can't talk. Some of y'all know I can't talk. I can't talk sometimes. but you took your prereqs like at Alcorn or any community college and stuff, just know you were not prepared to like jump right into patho. I swear you wasn't. And like learn how to put you first. If you have a test the next day, oh yeah, I'm jumping all over. I'm gonna have to cut that. Over your A&P, if you took prereqs, like any prereq you took, that stuff not gonna help with A&P. Like go over that stuff, watch some nurse RN, watch different stuff about the body systems and stuff. So yeah, so you can get like a better knowledge of it before you come. So also I said was priorities. I said it's not going to be the same experience as your first 2 years of college. Like your first 2 years of college, kick that out the door. Don't even think about that, you know. Don't think about none of that, because you now have to take accountability for your learning. Like you're going to have to teach yourself. They can teach only so much in class, but you're going to have to dive deeper. Like let's say Miss Johnson is teaching you a lesson about the heart. She says like this valve pumps backwards and stuff that happens. What would happen to the body or something? But Miss Jones doesn't put that on the test, you know. Miss Jones puts the sentence that's right after that. So that's why I say you got to make sure you read the textbook, make sure you take notes, make sure you actually look, because they're not going to tell you exactly what's on the test in class. Like don't ever think whatever they say in class is going to be on the test list. They be like, y'all need to look at this. Y'all need to look at this right now. So yeah. You're going to have to read yourself. You're going to have to do everything yourself, honestly. Yeah. And then I also stress the importance of having at least one person to go through the program with you, because it's a lot to keep up with. I started off with my friend Amy, and then we met Lakia, and then we just meshed together. Like having a support group in college in general and nursing school is like the best thing ever. You have somebody that can fall back on. You have somebody that can hold you up to accountability. Like, girl, you need to study. Why haven't you studied yet? Like that is the perfect match that we needed. We help each other study with each other. Like, yeah, get it together. Is my experience my senior year. Okay, we're gonna talk about that next. It's a lot. So my senior year, it started off in August 2022. So that semester, yeah, we came in for a rude awakening. Like it was like I feel confident in myself, but the classes, ooh, it didn't take me out that way. Ooh, I was like, ooh, I'm scared. So basically, our second year. So basically, this is an answer to the question too about a day as a second year student. I'm about to explain. So listen to this part, girl. I know you want to hear it. But the second year, you take OB, you take PEDS, you take health policies, and you take med-surg 2. What's up, it 2? med-surg 2. And then you take PEDS lab, OB lab, and med-surg lab. Like, that's like 7 classes, guys. That is terrible. No. So basically, your second year, first semester is like crazy too. Like, gosh. So basically, you have to take. I'm sorry. You have to. Okay. So with OB and PEDS, you start with OB. OB is 6 weeks. PEDS is 6 weeks. So the whole semester is 12. Right. Okay. So yeah, you take 6 OB, 6 PEDS. You do clinicals for both of these. So for OB, you probably do like, I think we would get on. We did like 2 weeks of like. We did class and stuff, but like you have a class like on Monday, and then that Thursday and Friday you can either be at clinicals. Like we were able to be on the L&D floor. That was pretty cool. Yeah, I do not want to be an L&D nurse, but like learning with my teacher, she did great. Miss Get On teaches good. She teaches really good. Like she did hands-on demonstrations. Like we had this little balloon. We had to push, like it was like push it on the fundus to make the baby come out. Like I never thought I would like OB until I got in that class. But yeah, that class, y'all, you have to do a lot of dedication to studying, because this is like a whole different thing we're learning. Like you're learning about a whole different human being, basically. Not a human being, like being able to push out a human being. Like it's a whole different. It's different, y'all. So yeah, my advice for OB is to make sure you stay on top of your work. Make sure you actually read through your notes, actually read through the book and understand what is happening. Like she gave us an acronym. It's called VILCHOP. That's for like contractions. Like I memorized that, and like I was able to apply that whenever I saw a question about that. Know how. Don't memorize. Do not memorize. That's what I can say. Do not memorize. actually understand what is going on with the body. Like, actually understand, like, if they're, how can I explain? I'm talking too fast. Like, just know what to do with the body. Like, let's say somebody was throwing up, right? This woman keeps throwing up this blah, 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 blah. Like, you know she gonna be dehydrated or something. Like, if a question come up, people like, what is she, like, what's the nursing diagnosis you could say? You could say insufficient, like, volume due to vomiting, like, due to, like, y'all get what I'm saying. I'm not explaining it. It's kind of too technical for the newer people because, like, it gets deeper than that. But yeah, just know how to apply it. Just know, like, OB, different type of story, different type of everything. So, like, actually learn it. Look at your ATI. If y'all do ATI, look at your ATI book. Do your ATI, what is that called? Do your ATI masteries. Do your ATI, like, dynamic quizzes. Because, yeah, this year for ATI, you gotta take a lot, man. Now that I think about it. You take an OB, you take an OB ATI, you take a PEDS ATI, and you take a pharmacology ATI. Like, yeah, that almost blew me too. That pharmacology ATI, it doesn't make any sense why we get it then, but hey, it's life. You gotta do it. You gotta do it. So yeah, that's all my spill on OB. In the clinicals, we had 2 spots for our clinicals. I don't know how it's gonna be next year. One group went to Mare Health Natchez, and the other group went to King's Daughter and Brookhaven. So yeah, that's the 2 spots you'll go to. You wear purple, you don't wear white. You stop. Oh, I should have said this. Nurse students at Alcorn, only buy 1 pair of white scrubs. Let me say that again. Only buy 1 pair of white scrubs. You're not gonna wear them after really first semester, honestly. Honestly, first semester, second semester you wear them too, but not really because you have to do psych. Psych, you have to wear purple. Community, you wear purple. Med surg, I guess yeah, you wear white. But after that, no more white. So buy 1 set of white, y'all, because them whites cost too much. They cost too much. But buy like 3 sets of purple, in my opinion. But yeah, don't waste your money on that. Because I waste my money. I'm trying to sell my scrubs right now. Nobody's buying them. Like, waste the money. But the next thing I would say is PEDS, not PEDS. OB was easier than PEDS to me. OB was easier than PEDS. Oh, okay. So with OB and PEDS, that grade is combined. So basically, whatever you score OB, because you get like 3 tests, I think, and then whatever you get in PEDS, 3 tests, that average is your class average. Let's say you do better in OB, but mess up in PEDS. Your OB grade can probably bring up your PEDS grade, but if you do bad in both of them, you're just messed up. Like, that's a combined grade here at Alcorn. So just make sure you're on top of that. Make sure you're keeping up with your test average because it carries on into the next class. But PEDS, you go through each system of the body for like kid edition, like kid vital signs, Erickson's, what my baby should be doing at 6 months, what my baby should be doing at 2 months, what my baby should be doing at 36 months. Like, oh my gosh, y'all, there's so much you gotta learn about the baby. And it's like, oh my gosh, like that class, they throw so much at you. And then Sewell. Y'all have to adapt to Sewell. Sewell teaches so fast. Like, that was probably the fastest class. Like, you could not keep up with her. Like, I had to learn how to just highlight what she was saying out the book instead of writing. You can't write nothing down. Don't even try to write anything down in her class. If you write anything down in her class, you're gonna miss a whole 2-minute spiel on one thing. You're trying to get down 1 word. Like, she's gonna be racing through it. But yeah, with PEDS, you go over the musculoskeletal, you go over the heart conditions of the kids, you go over the skin condition of the kids. Like I said, you go over milestones, you go over all type of stuff. And that's in a 6-week program, 6-week period. And on top of that, you take PEDS clinicals. PEDS clinicals, you can go, it's not really in a hospital since we don't have any like PEDS hospitals here. So basically go to like a daycare. We went to this daycare, went to 3 daycares. I only went to 1 that whole time, but some people went to like 2 different ones. But yeah, you go to the daycare, you teach the kids a lesson on like fire safety, water safety, healthy eating. It's like different stuff like poison. Like, it was different stuff. Like, in that week, let's say if she tell you like on Tuesday, oh, this is the new topic for the week, have it done by Thursday. Oh, and you got a test on Wednesday. Like, what? You may get all this done before then. Oh, and then soon get on. You have to do ATI templates. So basically during this time too, you're taking practice A and B of your OB and P sets. So you have to do templates. Yeah, I swear, I probably wrote like 100 something templates in one day before. I might be over exaggerating, but it was a lot. It was a lot. My hand be hurting. Y'all have to get used to ATI templates too. Like, it's way too much. It's way too much. But like what I keep saying, you gotta do what you gotta do. Can't complain unless it's something very absurd though. If it's something very like crazy, it's like, let's talk this out a little bit because that sounds like too much. But yeah, you gotta learn how to prioritize. It's gonna be a lot of work your second year. Health policies was a breeze. Don't even worry about that class. It's okay. You're gonna get an A, hopefully. I don't know. Different people every year. I don't know. I can't tell you. And med-surg 2 now. Yeah. Told you I'll be transparent. I'm transparent because gotta be. My first med-surg test, med-surg 2 test, I scored a 64. 64 had a D. She had a bonus points for some questions. I made it to a 72. Like, you need 77 to pass, y'all. Like, I felt so discouraged. I felt like I was so dumb. How did I go from getting like an A in patho, B in med-surg 1 to getting a D in med-surg 2? Like, I had to straighten up. I straightened up so bad, y'all. I was my teachers. Like, one thing about this too, whenever you do bad on the test, like, you feel like you know you do good, but like something's not matching up, go to your teacher. Have your teacher talk with you about the questions you did. They go over what you did wrong. Like, they give you study tips on like how you can correct yourself. Always go to your teacher whenever you fail a test. You have to anyways, but like I would recommend even going, even if you pass the test, like ask them what is going on because you need the badge, you know? Start from the beginning. Never wait to get to your teacher at the end when you need them. Go to them from the very beginning because if you do it at the end, it's like, oh, you just need me now because you're about to mess up. Like, no. Always go to your teachers. Your teachers are your number one advocate. I'm preaching here. I'm preaching. Your teachers are your number one advocate. So always go to them for help. Like, even if you think it's a dumb question, it's not never a dumb question because they're here to help you. Also during that semester of my second year, we did a conference. So basically this is only for BSN. BSN, like they make us go to like these conferences. So the one we went to, this was optional for our class. So basically this is on homecoming, y'all. Homecoming, one out of town, like what? But no, we did a conference in Biloxi, y'all. So it was like a paid trip to go to Biloxi. They paid for our hotel, they paid for our food every day. They drove us down there. Like the convention was cool, I guess. I probably wouldn't do it again. But like the atmosphere that we were able to do, like once this they paid for it, that was cool. But like M&A is basically just the Mississippi Nurses Association. So you just learn about like the different policies what's going on in Mississippi, like stuff like that. It's very informational if you want to get like into politics with nursing and stuff. But they just express us to go for that semester. Second year, that semester was a breeze. I'm gonna get into that, like talking about my preceptorship and stuff before we do that. But the next part I'm gonna talk about is community service. Please, 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 please get your community service done. I think the first year you can only get 12, I think. And the second year you can get like the rest of it. You need 24 hours to graduate. Please, please, please do community service. Like, do not do the donations. If you do donations, like, you're basically buying your community service. I'm like a community service advocate, honestly, because I always did community service. Like, I got that out the way pretty fast. So, just do community service. Like, our teachers, they send out emails and stuff about community service. They do. I went to Yazoo before for community service. I've been in Jackson for community service. I did community service, like, in the surrounding Natchez area. So, like, that's how I got my hours. That's, like, the best way to get hours. Do not do donations. If you do donations, they're not going to take it. Unless they make an exception or something. But they're not going to take it. Donations is not community service. Donations is buying your hours. So, I don't know. That's just how I feel about that. Okay, that's all I had to say for that little spiel. But yeah, second semester though, we did our preceptorship. I'm gonna go into that. That's a lot to talk about. We did med-surg 3 leadership class, and we had so we did med-surg clinicals and then precepts. So it was like 5 classes. So leadership class, we basically just go over like what is a leader in nursing, like different policies and stuff, like delegation, stuff like that. So that's what you take leadership ATI and you take med-surg ATI as well. So that's that book. If y'all see our med-surg book, just look at how big that book is. Whenever you get it, that book is like this thick, I think. Passed it though. But yeah, med-surg ATI. But yeah, that semester that is a lot. And then you take another class called like preparation. So basically you take ACI capstone. So basically you do an assignment every week for like 6 weeks. And it's like go over each thing, go fundamentals, mental health, all the shabam that you learned. And like you have to get a good grade in order to pass. Like, yeah. And then you take a comprehensive ACI. The comprehensive ACI is like 60% of your grade. Like, it's a lot. And it's basically like this big test. It makes up everything, and it just shows your your estimate of passing the NCLEX. I can't say probability. I think I just said it. But yeah, I got 93 probability of passing the NCLEX based off of that, so that's good. But like based off of that, you have to have higher than 90% in order for them like to clear you. Oh, my flash is on. In order for them to clear you. But yeah, that thing just fell. So get up. So the next thing I will say is my preceptorship. So the preceptorship, y'all, I mean, get into it because, yeah, I'm sorry. So my preceptorship, basically with that, we were able, so, okay, ASN, they do like they do less hours than us. I don't know what they do, but they do like less hours than us. So I can't really say what they do. But for BSN, we have to do a total of 135 hours, preceptorship hours with our preceptor. That's a nurse at any of the hospitals, like Alcorn has like a contract with. So I was selected. So we were able to choose our options. You were able to choose 2 sections, like what section you want to be at and like what department you want to be at and what hospital. So basically, I chose Mary Health and I wanted to do either the med-surg floor or the ED. They put me in the ED, so yeah. That was so much fun, y'all. Like, that experience was like top tier. I love being like in an area where I'm by myself. Like when you do clinicals with a big group of people, everybody isn't able to do as many skills as like we're taught because everybody wants to do it. But when you're a preceptor, oh, go for the IV. Oh, okay. Oh, go do an assessment on the patient. Oh, okay, yeah, I go do that. Go draw some blood. Oh, okay, I go do it. Like, yeah, I was just running around like I was crazy. My preceptor was always there by my side. He always helped me. Like, whenever I did an IV, he was in the room with me. He helped me. Like, sometimes he wouldn't say nothing. He just looked. Sometimes he'd help me, like, guide me. But, like, he was always there to help me. So, yeah. I know how to stick some bags down. Yeah, I did, like, so many IVs in there. I put an NG tube in before doing clinicals. Like, I was able to do a lot of, like, hands-on stuff. Not doing my preceptor. Well, my preceptor, yeah, but the NG tube was, like, clinicals. Like, yeah. Yeah, it was cool though. But yeah, preceptorship, that's the best thing ever. It's kind of scary though. You go in without your teacher, you don't have any more classmates with you. It's like, it's intimidating, but as long as you got a good preceptor and they're willing to teach you, they know what they signed up for. So yeah, they should be cool. But yeah, the 135 hours, you can work a 12-day, you can work a 12-hour shift, you can work a 4-hour shift, you can work an 8-hour shift. As long as you complete those before the due date of your teacher assigned you, you're cool. But like, I did mostly 12-hour shifts. Like, I was going crazy. I did 12-hour shifts, like, because I'm used to it at home. But yeah, that preceptorship was good. We're at the end of it now. We had to do an ATI live review. So ATI live review is basically like 3 days. You're in the room from like 9 to like 5 with ASN and BSN students, and you're just going over, like, this lady comes in, she teaches us like different study strategies. Like, she taught us a lot of good stuff. I actually enjoyed the ATI live. And then we also had Hertz review. Hertz review is like something the school pays for, so you do that too. It's like the same thing as ATI Live, but it shows you more like in depth on how to study, and they give you like resources. Oh, that one fell too. But yeah, that is what I can say about preceptorship. Med-surg clinicals, this time it's like more critical care for med-surg students. So you're gonna be in telemetry and the ED, and some people get to go to surgery. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So like, you're more in depth, you see more stuff, like you do more hands-on skills. You can do IVs, you can do anything now. But the only thing you can't do is like IV push meds. You can't do IV push meds as a nursing student, I guess, at Alcorn. Never did one. I always see my nurse do it. But yeah, that's the only thing I can say about second last semester. But other than that, it was pretty successful. Y'all made it to the end. Like, yes, made it to the end. Like, it's like crazy looking at it. I'm ready to prepare for my job because I'm working on a general trauma surgery floor. It's gonna be cool. They told me that I'm gonna learn a lot of skills, so I can't wait. I'm gonna update you with y'all. I really want to do traveling. It's a lot I want to do with this degree, but I just gotta pass that NCLEX. I have heard that Archer is the key to it. I'm gonna try to do Archer. I'm gonna start studying like a week after graduation. Like, it's a lot. But yes, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed this long video. If y'all have any more questions, y'all can DM me. Yeah, I can. I don't mind. Y'all can look back at my old videos. I feel like I went more in depth with that. Was like more my first year experience than now. But yeah, now it's over with. Like, this is my last time recording in this room. I'm so happy to get out of Natchez, y'all. It's terrible. Like, I've been thinking about this day for like since I got here in January. Like, oh my gosh, I need to go. Oh my gosh, I need to go. Like, I need to go. But yes, y'all. I hope that everybody that got accepted to nursing school, anybody that's interested in nursing school, like, I hope y'all get y'all. I hope my people that made it in, y'all do great. Make it past the first semester. Make it through all those 2 years. I hope the people that's interested in nursing, so yeah, y'all stuff together, apply, because you will make it, y'all. But yeah, with that being said, I enjoyed Alcorn School of Nursing. Like, this is an experience I will never forget. I gained good friendships, gained great relationships with my teachers, gained great like exposure with the campus. Like, yeah, I love Alcorn, y'all. I'm ready to go. But like, this is my HBCU, yeah. This is my HBCU and one of the #1 HBCU school of nursing. Like, you don't get no more. It don't get better than that. It don't get better than that, child. So yes, with that being said, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, I'm keeping y'all updated. I don't know what is in store for me next. I don't know what I'm gonna record next. I don't know. I can't even tell you. But yes, goodbye.